Gonna run it. It's Wallace. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference in the middle of the season. You can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement to get some points.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Got it behind the line. It's Wallace. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. A strike downfield.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Unleashes to the end zone. Catch! The Nittany Lions backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the... and he's going to score. Wants to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37.
Who needs a two-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. On the move, he fires. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Wallace. And into the end zone. Touchdown! A little over 20 seconds to play in the half as they take it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And as he throws, trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got him downfield. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run deep down the right side. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. To the air on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Penn State! He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wallace. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Knocked off his feet.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for a young man.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quickly to the tight end. Crosses the 45. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Throwing right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Finds the tight end. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. He wants to throw it again. Gonna let it fly. He caught it. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reynolds. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. Throws to the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Reynolds. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the party each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.